welcome back to another candle review. This one is for the 2018 version of Bath & Body Works' Pumpkin Cupcake. I've been told on good authority that it's slightly different this year, that in the past it had one scent note that apparently contained ginger in it. Wish I could have known that version of it. I feel like maybe I would have, adored this if it had ginger in it, but as is, it just smells like a cupcake to me. But regardless, it's what we're gonna review today. So, here is the packaging. It's very cute. I love the aesthetic of this, like the metallic gold, and I'm usually not much for baby pink, but in this it works. It's just really cute. I can admit when it is. The lid is, again, another one with cute pumpkin lid that they're doing this year for their pumpkin collection. I love everything about this. It is a 3-wick candle. It looks like they're using the braided wicks in this one. The squared braided wicks, if anybody wanted to know that info, there you go. They tend to burn a little longer, I feel like, when they're the braided wicks. Could just be me, but it's my observation. And I find it also interesting that the scent of this one reminds me of the Sweet Shop collection, and they also tended to use the braided wicks. So I don't know what's up with that. It could be coincidence, but I did notice that. So, the size of this is 14.5 ounces, and the approximate burn time is 25 to 45 hours. Our fragrance notes are whipped buttercream, Madagascar vanilla, pumpkin spice, and fresh baked cupcake. So, I will smell it on cold. I'm sure it'll be different when it's burning, but... Okay. Disregard what I said about it when I hauled it. I think it was just when I was doing it back to back to back with the other candles. When it's just on its own, this is not bad. It does smell exactly like what I would imagine a pumpkin spice cupcake would smell like. And it makes my mouth water a little bit. So, I mean, I think they did a good job with it. I do get pumpkin notes here, as well as the spices that go in with pumpkin spice, like cinnamon and nutmeg and cloves, all that good stuff. I get those all here. I do get vanilla. Not sure about buttercream, but I definitely get vanilla. And the gourmand cupcakey scent is definitely there. It's all there, so I mean, it does make me wonder how much different it smelled when ginger was still a part of it, but I mean, this is good. This is good. So, where are the wicks centered? Pretty close. They're pretty close. They're slightly off to one side, but I mean, they're close enough to where I doubt it'll have an issue. The ones that were on the pumpkin apple one were a little further off center, and it pooled out no problem. I didn't have to do anything to it to get it to do the thing, so I'm not too worried. So, I'm gonna go ahead, gonna light this puppy up, and I will keep you guys posted on how it does. Okay, so one observation, straight out of the gates. This has only been going for a few minutes, but look how short the flames are. Compare this with the pumpkin apple and how tall those flames are right off the bat. And this is what the different wicks do. It's a totally different type of burn. I'm really hoping that these aren't going to be ones that peter out and just die and become a cotton ball candle sort of situation, puny wick syndrome, all that. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen, but for how short these flames are, I'm nervous, not gonna lie. And they mushroomed out, like, immediately. Can we see these? Yeah. So, that is a thing. But, the flip side, it's only been a few minutes, and I can already smell this throughout the room, so I have a feeling this is gonna be a real strong throw. So, I mean, for better or worse, there'll be some trade-off, I think. Update, this has been going for like 3 hours now, and the flames literally never improved. And this one right here looks like a potential troublemaker that may be a puny wick syndrome. I don't know. On this one, I don't think it's gonna extinguish itself, but in future burns it might. It's hard to say for sure. This may become a cotton ball candle. I'm hoping not, because it smells really nice, and I'd rather not waste any of my precious wax doing that, but, that said, because of the low flames, the temperature never really improved enough to quite make it out to the edges. Like back here we can see some. We can see a little dot here. There's one at this front edge over here where it never pooled out. So I probably will tinfoil it just to get things nice and even before I blow it out. So that is the update. Okay, so post-burn thoughts on pumpkin cupcake. So this one, I feel like now that it's cooled down and smelling it again, it is a little different. It had to be going for a while to start getting it, but I do smell the buttercream now that originally I couldn't smell in there. Now I get that note. Just some interesting thoughts though, with the way it burned. The flames never particularly got real high on it. They stayed very low. I did have to tinfoil it a little bit, and one wick in particular may be problematic on mine. I mean, that could just be my individual one. This isn't necessarily true of all of them across the board. But I forgot, that's the thing with the braided wicks. That's it. They don't burn as high, they don't burn as fast usually, and they can be prone to puny wick syndrome. So I feel like this may be an issue with this one in the future. I mean, I've only done one burn on it so far, so it's hard to tell for sure. It may or may not become a cotton ball candle around that problem with, I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out. But I was surprised at how much each individual scent note did come through at different timings on this as it burned for longer and longer. And I let this one burn for, I don't know, about 3, maybe even 4 hours tops. Probably in reality somewhere like 3.5. But it does smell really good. It's not super duper strong, but at the same time I have a large bedroom, and when I walked downstairs and came back up, and walked back in the room, I was definitely able to smell it right at the door. It wasn't like knock you over strong or anything. I would say the throw on this is maybe about a 6, somewhere in there. So not the strongest in the world, but it doesn't need to be, because I feel like this one being so gourmand, if it were a lot stronger, it would just be too much, it'd be too rich, and it would be gaggy. So I'm kind of glad that it's not stronger than it is. But as for linger, it died. It died a very hard death on that one. It did not really linger much at all. And then the smoke smell from this one, I also forgot that with the braided wicks, it's a different scent of smoke. Like, the braided wicks to me smell more like wildfire smoke, and being in California, just minor wildfire PTSD, so since my window was open to let the smoke out, I, had this moment of, oh shit, is that coming from outside, or is that from the candle? So, thankfully, just from the candle, but I had forgotten that that is a thing with this type of wicks, so, if you share that little hang-up, just be aware that that's a thing, not the end of the world, just something to be aware of, but it did leave a very smoky smell in the room that basically totally canceled out any potential scent that would have been lingering. Yeah, it just ended up smelling like the smoke instead, and now it's gone, and it hasn't even been out that long, and it's just gone. So that's a little bit of a bummer, so. What would I rate this guy? It's not the worst, but I would say somewhere like a 3, maybe a 3.5 out of 5. Not my favorite in the entire world, but I don't hate it. I actually like it more than I expected I was going to with this one, because when I very first got it, I was smelling all the ones that I had bought in that haul back to back. I really wasn't that wild about this one and was considering exchanging it. Now I'm glad I didn't, because actually just smelling this one on its own, away from the others, it does smell good. I kind of see what you guys are talking about, in that it does smell very much like an actual pumpkin cupcake. Yes, it does. It's very realistic in that sense. It's not all artificial like some, so I mean, for that, I give it top marks. But on the other hand, it does have issues. It's got burn issues, it's got issues with linger, it's just got some problems with it that they're not deal breakers, but they're enough to bring down my score. So, that is pretty much all I have to say for this one. Would I recommend it? As long as you're not looking for something super strong, yeah. And if you want one that's actually realistic to what it's supposed to smell like, this could be perfect for you. So, just saying. And if you're into the bakery scents and really sweet scents, you'll probably adore this one too. So, anyway guys, that's it for this one. So, as usual, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Do you guys have this one? Current version? Older version? Have you had both versions? Which version did you like better? Or anything else you feel like leaving me, leave it all down below in the comments. Make sure you're following my social media accounts. They're all listed down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. So anyway, guys, until next time, bye-bye.